In today's video, we'll be looking at all things ChatGPT 4.0. This is the very latest model released by OpenAI. In particular, I'll be looking at the vision capability and how it's able to fix a problem that I have with one of my clients' properties. So that is vision being tested. We'll also look at its language capabilities, its ability to train people on new concepts, and finally, the fact that this is even cheaper and better than the last one. Stay tuned. So welcome to today's session. So today's series is going to be focusing on the GPT 4.0 release that came out last night. OpenAI has released their latest and greatest GPT model, and the O in 4.0 stands for Omni, and they say it's a step towards a more natural human-computer interaction, and it accepts different types of input, so text, audio, and generates any combination as well. But the key things that they mention that I can validate are, one, that it's faster than previous models. So when this was released, whilst they were still doing the announcement, they opened it up and I tried it on the API, and the API was significantly faster. I didn't use it for my demo in the end because I wasn't sure of the cost, but I should have stuck with it because it's actually 50% cheaper via the API than the previous model. So this is going to be my next default model for anything very intelligent that I need the ChatGPT to do for me via the API. And it's significantly better at vision and audio understanding. So that's encouraging. Now, there's a test I've been wanting to do for many months. I've done with previous models and they've all sort of failed. The key thing here is I want ChatGPT or their vision to be able to work for me as a property manager. And the idea comes from the fact that one of my clients has some Airbnbs, and now and again she gets inquiries or gets questions from guests, and they send a photo of issues that they've seen within the property when they've checked in. And typically the common one is from the induction hub. So I've got a picture of the induction symbol or the error when it appears, and I shared it with the GPT 4.0 model, and for all the times I've tried it, this is the first time that it's actually accurately recognized what's happening in the image. So as you can see, the image itself is a Bosch with the 4 burners and a red light over the key. So I put it in ChatGPT, the 4.0 model. The older ones didn't work, and it said, and I asked it, what is in the image and what is the problem being reported in the image? So it accurately identified that the Bosch logo is in there. So the image shows the control panel of the Bosch appliance, likely an induction cooktop, and the display shows what the Bosch, the 4 crosses, a clock symbol at the center of the burner. So it's probably, that's not quite a clock symbol, but close. A bell symbol on the right, which is correct, and various control buttons at the bottom, including an on-off button. Okay, maybe that one to the left is what it's seen as the on-off. Cool. A key symbol and minus buttons and a boost button. Okay, that's okay. It's not got the plus button there, but it's got it largely right. And then it said, this is the bit that got me excited, there is a red light illuminated near the key symbol, which typically indicates that the child lock or safety lock feature is activated. Now, if your guest in your Airbnb sends you this image and ChatGPT is able to respond correctly, as is the case here, then that saves you so much time. They can self-serve and self-diagnose issues and fix those issues, and you don't have to have somebody centrally running around looking for manuals and trying to figure out how to fix a problem. So the issue being reported in the image is likely related to the activation of a child lock or safety lock feature, which might be preventing the user from operating the cookpot. 100%, that's exactly what's happening. Now, I then ask it, how do I fix this issue? I'm not able to cook anything right now. and it says to deactivate the child lock or safety lock feature on your Bosch, follow these general steps. So locate the key symbol, press and hold the key symbol. This is correct. This is exactly what you have to do. And then check for indicator lights. Brilliant. 100%. Now, this made me really, really excited, because this then means I don't have to develop a model that I'd have to train with all of the potential error messages that you'd see on different appliances. ChatGPT's got it covered. Okay, so this was prior to me starting recording. So I excitedly started recording, and then I sent the exact same questions, exact same message, and the thing just couldn't work it out. Don't know what's going on. So this would be an issue with prompting, I suppose, and one would have to work around this and try and figure out if there's a way you can force it to identify the thing easier. But I suppose the first time exciting, it means that it's capable of doing it. We just need to be able to identify a way of pulling that information out. And likewise with the API, I sent the exact same question via the API. So that's how you typically do it. If you've got customers in your property, you don't want them going into ChatGPT. They may not have an account. That being said, the 4.0 model is actually free, so everyone can have access to ChatGPT. But just in case they don't, and it comes through your chatbot can take the image, send it to ChatGPT, get it to answer the question, and then you present the answer back to the customer. Or if you want a human in the loop, you can get the image going off to ChatGPT, and then the response comes back, and then that's it. It's done really quickly, and then you can serve a lot more customers that way, rather than having piles and piles of books all around you. So with regards to the API, the response that came back is something, it came back in a format called JSON, and this is what it looks like. So you can see the model I used, the time was created, and then here, okay, so it said, so it was able to highlight the red light, and then what it often signifies. So that's really, really brilliant that it's capable of doing this. So the next challenge is, how do we get it to be consistently correct and not go off and say you can't see what's in the picture. Okay, so that's the main thing from today. So I'm really excited about this 4.0 model. There are many things they claim that they can do, and I have no doubt, because they did live demos and they worked. Now the great improvements come from a few of these other items. So the language translation, it's able to pick up language and have a conversation between two people, or monitor a conversation between two people and switch between both languages. So we've got different examples here that they've got on their website. So where's the language? There's the language one. Yeah, point and learn Spanish. So that's one thing they've done. So this is a real-time translation where one's speaking it. So that does the translation. The other thing that it's able to do as well is in one of the demonstrations, they were able to get the ChatGPT clients to talk to each other and sing to each other. Let me see which one of these had the singing. I think it might be this one. Yeah, so you got them to harmonize and talk to each other and sort of sing with each other. So that was quite impressive. The other thing that it's able to do is to look at your face and then pick up emotions. So it's able to tell you what the facial expressions are and what they mean. It can tell you if you're smiling or not smiling. It can tell you if you're anxious or whatever the expressions are. So you just point the camera at your face and ask it what the emotion that you have is, and then it will tell you what it's able to detect. This was used during the live demonstration. It did hallucinate a bit, but it was able to get it back in line. The next thing is it's very good at image generation and can teach new concepts. Now, this section here, so this section here, this guy, Matasal or Sal and Imran Khan, okay, from Khan Academy, they used ChatGPT to teach his son how to do a math problem, and it was quite impressive. It was able to view this image that was on Sal's iPad and help him understand how to calculate the signs and the angles or whatever for a triangle. So that was quite good. So the final area I want us to talk about is with let me see, where is it? If I go around already, was this one? Yeah, so this one, rock, paper, scissors. So these two asked ChatGPT to suggest a game. It suggested a game, and it said they asked it to essentially be the umpire. So it did a pretty good job. I don't know if the voice is coming out of the mic. Yeah. So rock, paper, scissors, and it was able to correctly determine when there was a tie and determine when somebody won. So that's really great, and this is all part of the vision. Now, the really impressive side of everything is how quickly it's able to complete any questions or any transactions. It was significantly better, and it's definitely something that's worth noting for your solutions or what you're developing. I'll be using GPT-4o for future demos, and hopefully we'll be able to get better output for what we're doing, especially in lead generation, and hopefully we'll be able to use it to solve other problems. I'll see if there's a way I can get this model to always answer correctly when it comes to images I pass it, because then you can imagine using this in property management. You get somebody on site, they take a picture of your fuse board and one is off, and it should be able to detect that one of the switches is off and guide the person there on what they can do to restore electricity. It could be a boiler signal or a boiler symbol that it sees, and helps you troubleshoot what the issue is there. So the opportunities are immense when it comes to real estate. We just need to understand how to prompt it, and hopefully subsequent models would even be better, and it would help us in real estate. So this is wonderful. It's a wonderful development, and I'm looking forward to what else they would release. Now, incidentally, today Google is doing their own presentation, so we'll see what they come out with. But it's an exciting time. So please do subscribe to my channel. Send me any feedback. If you've got any questions, I'll be very happy to respond. But until next time, keep winning.